We're good.
Yes.
All right. Welcome back to Birdwatch. We on the podcast we have Joker Marth, Raph.
Great start. Great start.
See, that's me.
Okay. We have Liz.
That's me.
All right, Mustard.
Okay, this gag isn't
I'm gonna
working a
fucking
second time.
scream. I'm gonna fucking scream, dude.
All right, and Oprah.
Hey, hey.
Hey, and it's me, your host,
Hey.
Techno. All right.
It was only funny because
What a start!
Sorry.
I didn't do it on
Yeah.
purpose. That's the
What
only
a
reason
grace.
it was funny.
What a graceful start.
Raph's brain just stopped working.
It's okay. It happens a lot. The important thing is that we're able to bounce back from it and continue pushing on, towards the future.
All right.
I have no bouncing capabilities.
I have no
Why are
legs,
you
I
flat?
cannot bounce.
Why aren't you round?
All right. So, you guys
Okay.
ready to start?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go. We might want to
All
cut
right.
all this, by the way.
Nah, it's staying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
It gives it the more homey feel.
Oh,
Whatever you
God,
say.
dude.
It's a feel for the homies. All right.
Don't say that.
Mhm.
Oh no.
All right, you guys ready to start? Let's talk about Brawlhalla coming to mobile.
Whoa.
No,
That,
no.
that wasn't on.
No,
That wasn't on the
no.
topic
I-
list.
That wasn't on the list.
That
I don't
was
want
not-
to
No,
talk
but it was
about.
just
I
announced.
don't want to talk.
I
I don't
about
want to talk about Ubisoft Forward. Can we just ignore
Yeah,
Ubisoft?
let's just
Yeah,
let's
that
just
doesn't-
talk about that next week. Next
If it
week,
doesn't
'cause,
have
like,
Rayman,
the
we're not talking
presentation
about
is
it.
yeah, the presentation hasn't even come out yet, and
No, it's
Like-
on now.
No, it's happening right now.
Yeah.
yeah,
There's a
but
Ubisoft
presentation
are any
right
of us
now?
even watching it?
Yeah.
No.
No, exactly.
Well, we
So
record
let's
this on a Tuesday because we are on time.
Yes.
Totally
Of
not
course,
late.
it's Tuesday right now.
It is currently Tuesday, the
It's
day
back.
of Ubisoft Forward.
Yes.
All right. So, for the games that have been announced this year or coming out, what games have you guys most excited?
That's not out yet. Probably. I don't even want to try and say
What-
it, but
What
Ghost of
games have you the
Tsushima.
most excited that are already out right now?
Honestly,
Already out.
Already out.
Already out?
I've had a lot.
There's
I've
a
had a
small
lot.
little indie game.
I guess just Animal Crossing.
Honestly, yeah. I was gonna bring that up.
Animal Crossing is good.
I am burnt out on it.
I'm so burnt out on it, and I've been playing it every once a week at least, because I'm just trying to get back into it.
How long did that game have its craze?
I would argue that it's
like-
still going, but it had a solid 2-3 months of popularity.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
crazy how much work.
Mhm.
That was one of the things that kind of stopped me from getting it later on because I felt like I knew it wasn't gonna last forever, and I felt like if I didn't get it like at the beginning, by the time I would be really getting into it, it would already start dying down. And
I feel like you can get into it, and you can probably solve that 2-month addiction.
Yeah.
The
You can get into
biggest
it
reason
anytime.
why I'm not playing it right now is every time I go to play, I just want Red to show up on my fucking island, and he just never does. And I've been
Oh
going
my
at this
God.
for like fucking months now, and he just hasn't appeared.
What is that,
So-
Cow?
I got him on my island the first day it started, and that was around the
I
time
just-
that I stopped playing.
I
He
stopped
literally
playing
hasn't
Red.
showed up.
The main reason why I stopped playing was just because I, aside from like building my island and with terraforming, there's just not a whole lot for me to do right now except for going out of my way to get the furniture that I want, and that is also a bit of a pain in the ass. So
Oh,
I
no.
haven't been playing, and I know when I launch the game again, everyone in the game is going to make me feel terrible because they're gonna be like, "Oh, dude, where the fuck have you been? It's been years since we've seen each other," and it's gonna make me feel really sad.
hate
I
that.
got burnt out before I
games
could
do-
even start terraforming.
Hate it when games guilt trip me into playing more of it
Just,
because it works.
Time travel back to the day you stopped playing. I don't think it will work, but maybe.
So when people say time travel, is this like an actual system in the game, or is
No.
this a thing
No,
where
it's
like
change.
change the clock on your Switch?
That
Yeah.
is
Yeah, you
exactly
change
what
the
it is.
clock, and like in previous Animal Crossing games, wasn't there like, oh yeah, Rossetti would like
I
punish
miss him.
you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now
I
he's
just want
gone.
to get yelled at by him again.
Rossetti is
Yeah.
the mole man, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
mole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the guy who yelled at me on the GameCube. Yeah.
the Brawl Assist
Yeah.
trophy.
Yeah.
Was there any other
Man.
games?
That have already been that come out
Persona-
this year.
Yeah,
I
we can just start
I've
with
been
Yeah. All right.
I really like it might just be me, but I've really been enjoying like Persona 5 Royal. Like there's a lot of things different from it than the normal Persona 5. Like the battle system was vamped up. Like doing baton passes increases the strength. More and more baton passes increases the strength of the attacks. New socialing, new activities for everyone. It's like there's a whole lot of quality of life changes that I honestly don't feel like ashamed to find it for full $60 again.
I haven't played it yet. I have a copy of it that's sitting right next to my PS4 right now. I did not really enjoy the vanilla Persona 5 that much. I thought the story was very weak, and there was a lot of really annoying aspects to it that just really hindered my enjoyment of it. I plan on doing a marathon of 3 and 4 Golden now that that's out on PC at some point. I don't know when I'm going to get around to it, but I'm looking forward to seeing those changes for myself, and maybe it'll change my opinion of the game a little bit. I'm sure I'm still going to have gripes with the story, but I'm hoping that those quality of life changes will, at the very least, keep me invested more. Cause
I have never played a Persona game.
I
it's
played
understandable.
like 2 hours. I got through or to the palace, like the first palace, and I just stopped playing P5 because RPGs
Yeah, the
just
beginning
take a
of
lot out.
Yeah,
fair.
I find I've found it hard to just like get invested in them. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't played enough, but just that curve, just like it's just a bit too slow for me. I think I don't know.
Yeah, the beginning of Persona 5 is pretty slow.
Mm.
I
Most
tried
of
doing a new
them
game
are,
plus.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say 3, 4, and 5 all have very slow intros. They do ramp up
Yeah.
a lot, but it does take about 2 hours for things to really get the ball rolling.
hmm
I might play Persona 5 Royal in like a few years once the price goes down, because I feel like I know you can get a vanilla P5 for like dirt cheap.
It's
Now
$20 on PS4.
yeah, but at the same time you're buying an inferior version. I feel like
Yeah.
if I'm gonna play the game, I want to play it in its best state. And right now, I'm not really willing to fork over 60 smackers
Well,
to do that.
I actually
Wait for-
got mine for 40. It was actually on sale
Really?
recently for 40, yeah.
Must
So-
just wait for the PC port.
Yeah, just wait for the PC.
Right,
10
Persona.
years!
Is that actually gonna happen?
No.
I mean,
Well,
it would
who
be a
knows?
fight.
The thing is, they are just now dipping their toes into PC ports with Catherine Classic and now Persona 4 Golden on PC. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll be getting more Atlas games on PC soon, and we don't have to wait 8 fucking years for a port.
No, we're waiting 8 years regardless, but
I
it'll be on
wonder
PC.
why they were so hesitant to put it on PC in the first place. Like, was it like they just weren't comfortable with it, or was it
That
like
was the main
contractual
thing, yeah.
obligations with the
I feel like it was
with
a
the console, like
Sony
Sony
deal.
and Microsoft?
Isn't it?
Like,
Not
I think it
really.
might have something to didn't it exclusively release on the PlayStation?
Well, here's
Persona
the
5?
thing.
Yeah.
I think they
Yeah.
have brownie points
Yeah.
with PlayStation. I feel like I think
Well-
there's like this grace period of where you don't release it on other platforms. I don't know.
It's not like it is exclusive to PlayStation, but it's not like a PlayStation owned exclusive.
Yeah.
I mean, we have
Yeah,
to
I
remember
think
that
Maybe it's a
Even
timed
though-
exclusive.
No,
though that's for the
No,
mainline
that would have
games.
been
Like
specified.
the mainline games are always on on PlayStation, but Scramble, which is only out in Japan right now, did come out on the Switch as well. So
Yeah, like
Like,
it's
they are
it's not a Sony exclusive thing. It's more so they're just the most comfortable with PlayStation in general.
it's like Japan's big on console gaming. They're not like as crazy with PC. From
Yeah.
Is that true?
what I've heard.
Really?
Yeah.
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 I did not know that.
Yeah, it's probably why it's been like just PlayStation, because I mean,
Yeah, it's Japanese.
Nintendo consoles aren't very powerful, and then Microsoft isn't like it's big in Japan, but that's only been recent.
Yeah, they've had very little presence in Japan in the past.
Why is that the case? I wonder.
I,
I
just
feel like
think it's because Xbox has very little that would appeal to the Japanese.
It's mostly
No,
like shooters and car games.
Yeah.
I guess, but
Yeah.
like about PCs. Like, I wonder why does that not catch on? I feel like-
no.
I
Consoles
mean,
are
it
just
catches
comfortable.
on. Like, it catches on way more than Xbox does. I just feel that, for the sake of convenience, because you gotta understand, the Japanese, work, like, a lot, and when it comes to their pastimes, things like PCs, they don't, like, want to take the time to build that. And, they just want something that can turn on and they're good with. You know what I mean? I just
mean,
feel
I
like it's
guess.
more of a convenience kind of thing.
I guess I just don't know enough about Japanese lifestyle.
Go to
Yeah,
Japan.
why don't you move there? Learn.
I don't want to live in like a box the size of a bathroom.
Why not?
I feel like we're getting
I mean-
a little bit off topic here. Let's move along.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's move along. Point is, yeah, I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. I don't know when that will be. I doubt it's going to be anytime soon because there are so many other games I'm playing right now. But yeah, looking forward to trying it eventually. As of right now, games that are currently out that I've been playing, big one is Unfortunate Spaceman from New Blood.
Very good game.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
very good game. Very good game.
I
We
wish I
can
could
all
play it.
collectively agree.
Yeah, free to download
Yes.
game from Steam. It is basically if anyone has ever played Trouble in Terrorist Town off of Gary's Mod, it is a game that is sort of like that.
For all you
Um,
boomers out there.
Yeah, sure. You play as unnamed spaceman, and your goal is to fulfill certain objectives in service to quote unquote the company. And once you have fulfilled these objectives, a space shuttle will come and pick you up to take you away from the map that you are currently playing on. However, you are trapped on that map with a transforming monster that can shapeshift into the other players. The monster's goal is to prohibit you from accomplishing your objectives and kill everyone on the map. So your goal is to accomplish your objectives as well as figure out who the monster is, and the game is over if you either complete your objectives and escape on the shuttle, or you figure out who the monster is and you kill them. It's a whole lot of fun. It had some optimization issues, but the game is getting very frequent updates and stabilizations and stuff, and it is just a fantastic time. Community is a little bit toxic, but it's understandable because it's free.
It's a video game. What do you expect?
Well, not only that, but
Yeah.
it's also free. So
Yeah.
If this isn't very clear, we want you to get this game.
yeah, even if you have
There's-
a room
yeah.
With your friends, it's
What's this
that,
game
that is
called?
way better.
Yeah. Unfortunate Spaceman.
Spaceman.
Created
Not
by
sponsored,
New Blood
by the way.
Games.
Well, published by New Blood
Sponsors.
Games. New
What
Blood's
if we
great.
We're
ask
not-
them to sponsor us?
We should ask New Blood to sponsor this podcast.
I am not going to do that, especially if our intro is anything to go by. I don't think they would ever want to be associated with us. I feel like
As
we
we're-
would not be good
as you can
advertising
tell-
for them.
We're very professional. We have very high level jokes
Yeah.
that makes
We've
this
at
show
least
so
won like
appealing.
once.
Hey, they responded to a tweet you made. Maybe they'll be willing to look in a bit deeper.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get a
Get
guest on the podcast.
No,
maybe
we're not
Oh,
doing that.
God.
We're not
If they
doing
hate money
that.
so much, why don't they give us what?
Yeah,
If they
Yeah,
hate money
right.
so much, why don't
They
they
hate
just give
their
us
money so much. Why don't they just give it to us?
Yeah,
Hey.
exactly.
I know you said you hate money, but like you should just give all of it away, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
totally.
shoot that at them right now.
I have a mighty need. I can't even set up a GoFundMe for myself. Please help.
If you give me money, I'll buy Unfortunate Spaceman DLC.
There you go.
Just buy it anyways.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is a really good game. And shapeshifting, into other players sounds really dumb and not useful, but considering how like less than half the people in the games actually use voice chat, it is surprisingly effective.
Yeah.
Even people that use voice chat is good against, as long as you don't know who they are. Because like, if you're playing with friends and someone shifts into one of those people, then you're just gonna know. It's like, oh hey,
Yeah.
this person that I know sounds completely different. I'm just gonna shoot them.
Yeah.
But when you're playing with randoms, it's hard to keep track of all the voices.
Yeah, and your names are also randomized each time too. Like it doesn't display your
Never-
username.
Oh, that's
You're
sick.
named after colors and
Yeah.
various things.
Wonder
related to
Red.
colors.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like
Wonder
mustard.
Blue.
The chat
No,
blue.
mustard's not a name in the game.
It
What?
is.
No,
never do that.
It is
totally
actually.
They would
Totally.
never do that.
It is.
I know it is because I was named mustard once.
How
They have
Impossible.
very
I'll
weird color
have
names. They have
no.
lasagna. They have pizza.
I don't know why lasagna's one.
My
Yeah.
favorite colors.
Lasagna.
They actually have a color explicitly named vomit.
Wait,
I like
really?
my favorite,
Yeah.
Dude color.
My favorite color is white because when the game boots up, it says you are blank. So every time you're white, it says you are white.
You are what?
And honestly, that's my contender for game of the year.
Honestly, I feel that.
Yeah, and we've also been playing a bit of Dead by Daylight too.
Yes.
Oh god,
That's
been
a
playing a
really good
game that released about 4 years
4
ago.
years ago.
Yeah.
Game of the year.
I have
Yeah,
always
Game of the
been,
Year.
yeah, there you go. I've always been interested in Dead by Daylight, but I didn't have anyone to play with, and now it's come out with a considerable amount of content. It's a little on the expensive side, admittedly, but it's still
I've
fun.
clocked 36 hours into this game. Please help me. This is a cry for help.
No, keep playing Dead by Daylight.
When it came out, I was A, I didn't really have any way of buying games online back then, and B, I was too much of a baby, a crybaby, to actually play it myself. So I just relinquished my my use to watching YouTube Let's Plays on it and pretending I was playing it.
I feel that.
Let's go.
Until
That's
I-
what
Did you did you like plugging a controller or like have just like a controller unplugged and while watching the video?
It's like little kids when they're driving
Yeah.
with their parents have like little like toy wheel sets and they'll like try to like mirror their wheel turns with their parents to like give them the illusion of them driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And then they-
that's exactly what I did. I did
and the
that on my
parents-
iPad Mini.
Oh, that's sick.
So yeah, for those of you who don't know exactly what Dead by Daylight is, if you haven't heard of it somehow, it is a game that is heavily influenced by slasher movies. You play as a group of survivors, and there is one killer. The survivor's task is to activate a certain number of generators that are scattered throughout the map. These generators power exit doors, and once all of the generators have been activated, the exit doors will open and the survivors will be able to make the escape. The killer is themed after, traditional slasher movie villains, and it actually incorporates some classic villains into the game itself. You can play as Mike Myers, Freddy Krueger, Leatherface, and there's even other unexpected guest stars like the creature from Stranger Things, and just recently they came out with
the Demigorgon.
After
Pyramid
Evil
Head.
Dead.
they just came
They
out with
also-
Pyramid Head from Silent Hill.
They also just added Goku from Dragon Ball Z.
No
Very cool.
way.
Character.
Wait,
Yeah,
is
he
he's,
a survivor
he's
or
the
a killer?
scariest killer.
He's a killer.
Yeah. The killer's job is to take out all of the survivors if possible, and to do that, you can't just outright kill them. There are some perks that killers have that allow that to happen, but the killer's main goal is to put them on the sacrificial hooks. And once they're on the sacrificial hooks, after a certain amount of time has passed, an eldritch entity will spawn in, and they will pull the survivor into the void.
The lore for Dead by Daylight is so good. I love it.
It is actually really cool. The lore, reading the stuff on the website and the game is actually really interesting. It's surprisingly well thought out for
Yeah,
a multiplayer only game.
it absolutely is.
Yep.
If
And for you-
if that appeals to you, I can't recommend it enough.
If you viewers aren't aware, this is a podcast where every time we mention a new game, we spend at least 5 to 10 minutes explaining it in
Yeah.
its entirety before we start discussing it.
Yeah.
Hey, we're trying to get a
Another
pod. We're
game.
trying to get a sponsor.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight is currently on sale on Humble at the time of recording. I don't think it's gonna last by the time this gets up, but
And
It'll
it's
get up
there.
like tomorrow.
it's on sale for about another 3 or 4 days, I think.
oh, okay. And it'll be
Okay,
on
yeah.
sale when this goes up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You guys better be quick.
Yeah.
See, now what if I make you a liar and just wait to upload it?
I will fucking no, I swear to God.
I'm willing to wait.
Well,
I'm willing. Hey, dude, I'm down for it.
Hey, Mustard, remember when you talked about feet? Like before we started
Oh,
recording?
yeah.
I thought we were over this.
No,
Mustard,
we're not
what did
over
you
this.
say earlier?
What,
I
remember when
said
you talked about
nothing.
feet?
There's no proof.
No,
I
I think we
didn't say
heard
a
it.
word. No, you
yeah,
didn't.
we heard.
No, you didn't. There's nothing. You can look it through the recording. There's no mention of it. I'm sorry. It's just there's no proof.
What if I just edit in the footage from the other podcast?
You
Yeah.
bastard! Don't
You very well could.
Splice that in.
No.
You know, I've
You
also,
know.
one last game I've also been playing is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, which
That
came
came
out
out
on
this
May
year. I
29th
fucking
for the
forgot about
Nintendo
that.
Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that Wii game.
like- Yeah, a Wii game, but it's still very good. You should
Oh,
play it.
I wasn't saying it to the detriment of the game. I was just saying, oh yeah, that Wii game.
Yeah, like it's good. I really
I-
like
How
it.
good?
I don't
Like,
know anything about it
Basically,
really, but I.
basically, the combat can take a bit to get used to. Like in the beginning of the game, it's kind of slow because like
Yeah.
the only options you have for attacking are basically the main combat is like is an auto attack, and later on you get other options as different skills to use over time, which charge up, and they have different effects such as you doing more damage if you attack from behind, or inflicting defense down if you attack by the side. But during the beginning, you only have basically 2 skills, which makes it slow to start. But once you get going in the game and you unlock more characters and more skills for each of those characters, there's a lot of customization options about what party you can use, what skills you can use on the party, what type of character you can make. Like certain characters can be either healers or tanks for late game, or you can make just a full team of just damage dealers, or make a full team for tanks. Like you aren't restricted to only using the main character Shulk
Mhm.
in during the party. In the party, you can switch him out with everyone else, and you can play as other characters, which makes it really interesting.
Yeah.
You know, that was that thing I mentioned about describing games for 5-10 minutes. That was supposed to be a joke. I wasn't actually serious.
It's too late.
Eh.
It's part
It's
of
too
the
late.
show.
It's part of the show.
No, no.
I had Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii, and yeah, I kind of dropped it at the beginning because the combat just I was not particularly happy with it at that time. I did not really get far in it enough to really experience it fully, but the whole auto attack thing kind of threw me off because I thought that the
Yeah.
concept of that is really boring. But if it does pick up, then yeah, it's something that I
Yeah.
want to try again in
Like-
the future.
Like for example, during the beginning of the game, so there's unique enemies, and these unique enemies, like in the beginning of the game when you have only 2 party members, like you literally have to be like 3 levels above them in order to be able to defeat these unique enemies,
Mm-hmm.
because they're way too strong. You can't take them on, and you have way too little ability. But later on in the game, as you unlock more skills and stuff, you can literally be 10 levels under the enemy. And but if you know how each skill works, how chain attacks work, how to break enemies, topple them, and daze them, then yeah, it's really easy to be able to defeat them. And
Even when they're
Yeah,
10 levels
overall-
above you, that's good.
yeah, overall, like, yeah, the beginning is pretty slow, but it gets better and better
That's good to hear.
as the game goes on. Way better than Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
I'm
Also-
never
Hard to
playing
beat.
that game. Never ever. Like I
So,
love anime. I fucking cannot stand anything about Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I hate how it looks so much.
You don't like the sword girl with the big ass breasts, dude? That's insane.
It's
I love.
like I don't
I
mind
will.
big
What
tits.
about the
I
bad
thought you
issue
said
I
you like
have
anime.
is
Liv.
the designs of them. because they look so fucking stupid. Like, Kingdom Hearts designs look better than that. Holy shit.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, didn't
Uh-oh.
Remind come out this year? Or no? Am I just
Yeah, it did.
It was
yeah,
announced. I don't know. Did it come out?
Remind?
Oh wait, I thought
yeah.
that was the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC. I don't know.
It is the DLC.
Okay, then yes,
Yeah,
it
the
did.
DLC. Yeah, it
I'm
did
pretty
come
sure
out
it
this
came out.
year.
Yeah.
You know, I heard about that, but then like didn't see anything on it after like a week. So I was like, did it come out or not? So,
From
like,
what I
Kingdom Hearts
heard,
is
I
it
didn't care
excited
because I
by
didn't have
drastically
Kingdom Hearts
improved
3.
how that game played.
Yeah, that single update made the game so much more bearable. Like at first, everything was so floaty, and you could get hit. Like doing basic combos you wouldn't want to finish basic combos because they guarantee no safety. But now everything's much like better. The guard actually works. The combo finishers actually finish combos, and you don't have to worry so much. It just made the game so much better. Plus the DLC is also cool.
Maybe one of these days I'll try
You know-
Kingdom Hearts again.
The weird thing is, like, I forget at the Game Awards, but like they never announced like the best RPG. Who won the best RPG again?
I think
Like,
they
I know
did.
King-
they did, and
Wasn't it
Disco
the-
Elysium won.
Yeah. It
At
was
the
Disco
Gaming
Elysium.
Awards last year,
Yeah.
so
Disco
they actually
Elysium.
there was like 2 things they didn't announce, and I didn't even care.
Best RPG wasn't one of them.
Yeah, no, it was Disco Elysium.
Yeah, I remember being excited for it because
Yeah.
I played like 5 hours of it. It was like, this game's fun. I'm never gonna beat it. I am fighting with RPGs. I've played so many, and I've only beaten like a handful. It's just I always drop them off.
The only RPG I've ever beaten is a Pokemon game, and it's I know, right? Like shame on me,
No, that's fine.
but like that's the only
Pokemon's
RPG.
fine.
Just quiet shame, that's all.
I
Yeah, it's
really like the
Quiet
DLC.
Shame.
It's not that good, but I enjoyed playing it. It was
It's-
nice.
It's not. It's not that bad. It's not really. I'm not as invested as I used to be a long time ago, but I mean, it's not terrible. I can still play it if I've got nothing else to do.
All right. Well, you want to say something?
Me?
Hmm?
Nah.
Yeah.
No, all right.
I
All right,
like.
You guys want to talk? So, what games coming up are you guys excited for?
Oh, I'm looking at my
Oh.
list. Immediately, right
I
now,
got my list of 2 games.
Right.
Yeah,
Death Stranding for the PC releases
Ooh.
in 2 days,
Let's
and
go.
that's all I want to say about it. There's the Ghost of Tsushima. I
Ooh,
think I
I'm
said
so-
that right on the
That's
first
on
try.
my
Oh,
list.
I
baby.
thought I forgot what it was called, and I was just call it Shitsuma.
We got Paper Mario, which is releasing like 2 months after it's been announced, which is fucking crazy.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, the music in that game is honest, like top notch.
Yeah,
it's
they
been
just
leaked.
leaked the whole game, didn't they?
Wait, the whole
Yeah,
game?
they
Yeah,
did.
the whole
Yeah.
game got
Yeah, the
leaked.
whole game.
No way.
Mhm.
The whole game got
The
leaked.
whole like
Yeah.
the ISO.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole game,
No,
everything.
How
It's
can
being dumped right now. The whole game's music is probably already up on YouTube, assuming the Nintendo ninjas haven't taken
Yeah,
it
be
down.
careful
but
for spoilers.
yeah, I was gonna say that.
Be-
Be careful
At the
about
time of this
spoilers.
I heard-
recording, it hadn't come out, so be careful with spoilers online.
I heard Mario dies at the end.
God
You
fucking
get snapped
damn
away
it,
by
bro.
Thanos.
Kino, bravo, Nintendo. You really
Thanos
subverted my
rips it in half.
expectations.
they killed Mario and burned Gino at the stake?
It broke new
Yeah.
ground.
It's in.
They finally killed Gino themselves. They're like,
Yeah, the new Paper Mario game is just the long con, and it's just to deconfirm Gino from ever appearing in anything again.
What characters do y'all want in Smash?
Hey, wait.
Hang on, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later.
where are we at?
Oh,
We
okay.
we have not finished the other topic yet.
We
Yeah,
also
okay.
have Destroy All
What?
Humans. The remake's coming out
Cyberpunk.
later this month.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Cyberpunk's
forgot
never
about
coming out.
that.
The
Yeah,
I'm not-
Cyberpunk is literally never coming out, dude.
yeah, never.
I'm not too interested in Destroy All Humans. I saw the original game and then I saw the new thing and I don't know, never clicked with me.
That's really good. You should try it.
Yeah, it's a
The
fun
original is
game.
one of my favorite games.
If you like
Maybe
fucking around in sandboxes, it's just one of those games where you just mess around and just fucking kill people.
I
And,
remember
it's not-
seeing
So
it.
like GTA.
For the
So,
vast
like,
majority of
GTA
people
5.
listening to this probably will not remember. There used to be a video game television network called G4 in the United States.
I'm too young for that.
Yeah.
Vomiting.
Well,
I remember.
I just remember I used to watch that all the time as a kid, and I remember seeing footage of it on that network when I was younger, and it made me want to play it, but I never had a PlayStation 2, so I just could never play it. So I'm looking
Dude,
forward to
it's
trying it now.
so good. I'm glad THQ and I'm glad just the gaming industry is taking all these games from like the early generations, not like fucking like NES and all that, but like
Mm.
PS1 and the early 3D generations and just kind of remaking them.
Yeah,
It's gonna
like,
be tiring. It is
Yeah, like
tiring already
Crash,
with one remakes
Spyro.
because
Like-
it's not all remakes, we're getting a bunch of remasters as well.
Mhm.
We just had like the Mafia stuff. We had Saints Row, Spyro, Crash were like 2-3 years ago
Mhm.
by now.
Like,
Just a
you know,
lot of
people talk about how like, oh, it's just nostalgia bait. They're just banking on that, and there's a point of reason to that. But at the same time, what this is doing is just making these games that have been locked behind like unsupported consoles and old technology, just making them more accessible for newer generations to play and appreciate.
I
And
think
there's nothing wrong
that,
with that, in my opinion.
this is a really good topic for discussion for a future podcast episode. Like, I actually want to write this down and come back to this at some
Yeah.
point because I got a lot
Okay.
of long-winded thoughts about it.
I can defend RE3.
Yeah, but yeah, I definitely think that this is a topic that's well worth revisiting too. I just don't want to get too much into it right now.
Nostalgia.
2020 has been the year of like remakes because if you look at like the majority of the AAA games that are released this year, a good portion of them are just remakes.
Yeah, that's true.
Final Fantasy, Persona,
SpongeBob Battle
Xenoblade.
for Bikini Bottom.
Yep.
That too.
Who would have
Yeah.
thought that game would get a remake of all things?
Dude,
Yeah,
no,
right?
that game honestly definitely deserved it. That community has been so fucking like bustling for like the past few years. It's crazy.
Bustling?
I didn't
Just
even know there
active.
was such an extended community for a licensed game like that.
I didn't know there was until right now.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a massive cult following for it. The speedrunning community is pretty.
Oh yeah,
it's-
wasn't it like kind of messed up during the first week, like Battle for Bikini Bottom? Like the whole game was able to be beaten like
well, the remakes
under
actually
5.
busted. It's not
Yeah.
under 5 minutes. Like the world record for that one skip is like 2 minutes and like 37 seconds or some shit. But I think it might have been
yeah.
patched out. But it's still there on
Yeah.
the daily patch.
Still,
I
but
remember the first time I played that game. It was at the barber shop actually. So when I was a kid, my parents would bring me to this barber shop. It was this kid's barber shop, and the way they got you to sit still and let you cut them with their dull frickin' scissors was like basically they were cutting my hair with like salad knives. And but they had video games that you could play while your hair was getting cut, and one of them was Battle for Bikini Bottom, and that was my one and only exposure to that game. I think I got as far as playing as Patrick.
Oh
I think
damn!
I
They didn't even get that far at all.
I vaguely remember that's where I ended, and that was
It's like
it.
the second section and like or second section in the first level.
I mean, to be fair, I only had the length of a haircut to play the game.
Maybe get longer hair so you can speedrun the whole game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even know that place is still in business. It's been so long.
I mean, it's probably not right now.
But I know one thing's for sure is I'm never going back there again because our haircuts were actually the worst. Like it was freaking like ripping pulling my hair and everything. They hardly sprayed it down. They cut it dry. It was like, man, I'm so glad they have video games because there was literally no other reason I'd go there. I only went because of the video games. It was a terrible haircut, terrible experience, terrible people. But great video games.
And that's all that really matters at the end of the day now, isn't
That's
it?
all that matters. Is
Yeah.
not the people behind the games, but the games themselves.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
as far as
terrible
games that we are
haircuts.
excited for, there are a lot of shooters that are coming out that I just so happen
Halo
to be
3.
excited for. Well, yeah,
Halo
Halo 3
3.
is dropping, but the ones specific.
Halo
Halo
for,
3.
Halo. I've never played a Halo game. I want to do that at some point.
Oh, we get the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, and just save yourself money by not buying 4, or just get it all together.
Actually, no, you're not really saving yourself any money by just
So
getting.
you save yourself your money by not buying 4 in 1.
I mean,
Or-
there's that, yeah, but I think Combat Evolved is still worth playing. It's not
That's fair.
great.
It's not
but
bad like 4.
It's not bad, yeah. But yeah, there are a few shooters that I'm actually really looking forward to. The big one, it's just still supposed to be coming out this year, is Ultra Kill, which is also being published.
Oh,
by
that New Blood game.
Yeah.
Yes, I am very excited for that. I can't believe I forgot. Wow.
Yeah.
Are you being paid under the table by New Blood?
No, it's just that the New Blood segment of the PC game show was the only good part of it, aside from the Persona 4 Golden announcement. And I just happened to try the demo for Ultra Kill, and it's really, really fun. It's a mix of Quake and Devil May Cry. Plot's a bit cryptic, but you are basically a robot. You are descending into hell. Mankind has been wiped out, and the robot is fueled by blood. So any enemies that you kill, they bleed, and if you go underneath them, like if they're flying above you, or if you're nearby when they explode into gory chunks, that will restore your health. And it has a style system, like Devil May Cry, that ranks you based on your performance during a fight. So the more stylish and ballsy that you play, the greater your rank will be. There's a free demo out on Steam right now, and it's actually pretty lengthy too. I highly recommend it. And I'm just extremely excited for the full game to come out. Then there's the stuff that was I'm slightly ashamed to admit there are 2 Bethesda games that I'm looking forward to, and since
How
no.
dare you?
Fallout 76 and
Or
Fallout
just-
Shelter.
there you go. They're not being made by the core Bethesda team, so there's that. I am just a bit worrisome that they are being published by Bethesda, because I feel like they're gonna try and do some bullshit, especially with their launcher. But
What was the one game that they released a while ago that wasn't in studio made? It was the like space one.
Void? No, that
Outer
wasn't Void
Wilds?
Bastards.
Outer Worlds, I don't.
No, that's
No,
not
that was
them.
Obsidian.
No, like the other. I don't know which one is which. The one, wait, no, well, the other one's an indie game, so I guess that wouldn't be it either. They were both indie games. Whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it.
But yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop, they both look really sick.
Oh yeah.
It was Prey. That's what it was called.
Prey,
That was
yeah,
what I was
that's
thinking.
what it was. Deathloop was actually made by the guys that did Prey and Dishonored.
Yeah.
So
I've
there's a lot of
heard-
similarities to that.
Yeah. No Clip
Decent
made a
feature,
great
right?
documentary with the dudes at for those 2 games, Prey and Dishonored. What's the studio name again?
Arcane
I'm
Studios.
looking
Say again?
Arcane Studios.
Arcane Studios. Yeah, guys, watch No Clip. They make
Yeah,
great video
No
game
Clip does
documentaries.
really good documentaries. But yeah, so for Deathloop, you are playing as this assassin that is trapped on an island that is stuck in a time loop. And when the loop resets, everyone returns to the start of the loop having no memories of what's transpired. And he's tasked with taking out 8 people across the island before midnight, as even leaving one alive will cause the loop to reset and it will undo his work. And if he dies, then the loop will also restart. And there's another character that can be taken control of that is tasked with stopping the protagonist and sort of acts like an invading player character in Dark Souls. Another player can play online and take control of that character and try and stop you. And you have all of these powers that highly resemble the ones that you use in Dishonored. And it looks really cool.
Yeah.
And then we have Ghostwire, which basically looks like a fast ninja version of BioShock. That one is set in Japan, and you use a bunch of mythical ninja abilities to fight these supernatural forces that are taking over the city and have caused the vast majority of the population of Japan to disappear. And one of the guys that worked on the combat system for Doom 2016 is also working on this.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So it's all the more reason to be really excited for it.
It's gonna be
No,
a sleeper.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, like, I wasn't too interested like the aesthetics look cool, but the gameplay didn't look. I just didn't see enough. I need to see more. But now that you say that, I am slightly more intrigued.
Furthermore,
I think
it was
more-
also made by the original creator of Resident Evil 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I
there's
think-
a lot of big names behind it.
More people are going to be focused on Ghostwire than Deathloop, and they're both going to. I think they both have the potential to be really good, but I feel like at least Ghostwire is going to be good. I feel like Deathloop is going to probably have that. It's going to be one of those games that is like a weird cult following, like Dishonored.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Then we
Which
got
is
Crash 4, and Modern Crash is something I'm excited for. I played all three
Right.
games in the Insanity trilogy this year, and I really enjoyed them, so I'm looking forward to that a lot. It's got some...
I'm really surprised. It really shouldn't be a surprise, but I'm surprised that they're sticking to the same gameplay as
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I think it's great, honestly.
Yeah, no, it's probably the best thing they can do because they don't want to fucking do what they did with like all the
Spyro.
other crashes near
And
the end of its
yeah.
life with like Crash to the Titans, where it's like
Yeah.
this basic platformer that isn't Crash.
Yeah.
It's just like
Well,
your
what kind of platforming style defines a Crash game? I haven't played enough Crash games to know.
It's kind of just your camera's locked to like this hallway corridor kind
Yeah.
of area. It's kind of like you have like it's a 3-lane.
Mhm.
Most of the levels are like 3-lane. Not all of them. Some of them are like side scroller type deals, but it's iconic cameras like that 3-lane approach.
Yeah. Like sometimes you go towards the camera, and sometimes you go far from it.
It's sick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then last, there's Cyberpunk 2077.
Never
Game
coming
that-
out.
Yeah,
Game that none of us will ever play.
yeah.
The release date's in the name. 2077.
Yeah. The release date has already been dropped. Like we just don't know it yet.
Exactly.
Insane.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how that pans out. I like the genre of cyberpunk a lot, so I'm eager to explore the city and explore the customization options and all that jazz.
I'm just scared to play a CD Projekt Red game. I know people who played The Witcher and are still playing The Witcher to this day, and I
Oh, yeah, man.
don't want to be that person with Cyberpunk. I am
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
terrified.
I feel that.
Witcher on the Switch. Still playing that. Still.
I can't wait until Cyberpunk gets ported to the Switch.
From
in
what I've
8 years.
heard,
Yeah.
I haven't actually like looked too much into Cyberpunk as a game, and I know they've dropped like gameplay stuff. But
Yeah.
from what I've heard, it sounds like one of those games that just sounds so incredibly ambitious that they're not really gonna be able to live up to that expectation. Kind of like how No Man's Sky kind of dropped, where the expectations were through the roof, and
The thing is, it's a really good developer. Like CD Projekt Red. This game has been in development for fucking years. It's not
Yeah.
like this was announced at E3 2015. No, this has been like 8 years in making.
Yeah,
Probably
the
more.
case of No Man's Sky is a really good one to go on because they really didn't have the time that they needed to work on that, and they were kind of put into a bad position through marketing, especially on Sony's end, to have all of these expectations that they just did not have time to meet. But if you look at the game now, several years after the fact, they've
Yeah.
come to meet those expectations now.
to be fair, it wasn't all Sony. A large part of it was just the fact that they sent their main game director to advertise the game, not like a PR director, and he was very not good at that.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
kind of like said a bunch of stuff that wasn't necessarily realistic,
Yeah,
The
there was no
Avatar
PR
cover.
director for them.
which
yeah.
shot up the hype train, and yeah,
Then
Yeah.
it dropped.
and then everything destroyed. The world
crashed
burned.
down. Yeah,
Well, I mean, if the world's burned, you can just go to another planet. So it's
Yeah.
not a big deal. There's like endless planets, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you just burn one world, go to another.
I should give you a Steam award for how funny you are, man. I should spend 300 points.
I'm blocking Mustard right now. Clicking on my fucking profile again. I
Man,
swear to God,
I'm gonna give you a Deep Thinker award.
I'm gonna fucking scream.
Techno, put a GIF of the award up on
No,
screen right now,
Put
and award it
Alright, I will do that.
award it Oprah. Thank you.
Oh,
Power
you gotta send it to me
No,
though.
I'm gonna
I don't
send
have
you
it.
an image.
Don't worry, I got you.
No, I'm gonna send you an image of like mustard, just like mustard, the condiment, just poured on feet, and I just want you.
You
to
want
put
it?
that
You want it?
on
Oh,
screen
you
every
want
time
it?
mustard
Don't you
comes.
dare! Don't you
Okay, I don't
dare!
think that's gonna be in.
No.
Oh, why not? Come on.
Alright, fine.
Techno,
It's
thank you
not
for saying.
sponsored.
No, wait, whoa,
We weren't
whoa,
getting a
whoa.
sponsorship anyway. I would rather have creative freedom. Fuck money. I hate money.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
just,
Yeah.
I
Just
just
give me money.
Yeah, we
Come
hate
on,
money.
Bloods.
Just like New
We
Blood.
didn't
We're so
make this
similar.
for money. We make this because we're bored.
Exactly.
Well, I think we've talked a good bit about games now. I think we should
Ratchet and
talk
Clank.
about more games,
Ratchet and
specifically
Clank.
Smash
Yeah,
Brothers.
like Brawlhalla. No,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I
Brawlhalla's
really
coming
hope
to
they
the
on
add
mobile
Rayman
now.
Brawlhalla.
I
Yeah,
really
me too.
Brawlhalla's on mobile.
so
Cool.
guys,
Yeah.
the better
yeah,
Brawlhalla,
basically.
Brawlhalla 2, also known as Smash Brothers Ultimate for the
Also
Nintendo.
known as Indie Pogo, the best Smash Brothers clone.
What do we think is next for Smash? I think it's new characters, honestly.
I think
I
you're
think
wrong.
I
I
think
don't
a
know
new
about
character's
that.
coming.
You know, you might be onto something, Mustard.
Maybe.
I've got evidence to back me up.
I hope we
Shit,
get
what
an
is this
announcement
kind of
soon.
evidence?
Nintendo. You see, my my uncle works in Nintendo. His name is Regigigas, a flimsy man. And
I'm
he.
blocking Mustard.
How
Blocking
many
Mustard
times
too.
have you blocked me already? Like how can you
It's
keep doing
never
this?
enough.
Not enough.
Anyways,
Yeah, it's not enough.
It's a
Anyway.
matter of who we think and who we hope is going to be in Smash.
Oh, my
Yeah.
hopes are all gone.
Alright,
Honestly-
I found it.
I feel that.
Honestly,
You
I
know-
don't know if this is a
No,
super popular opinion, but I'm more interested in in additions to the game itself and not necessarily new characters. Because
No,
I mean,
I'm scared.
I feel like
No,
a new character
well-
comes in and people get excited, they play it for like a few weeks, maybe a few months, but then like the game is still the same game. I feel like if they added like maybe a new game mode, or they improved online, or they
They're
added
not-
something like that.
It's
never gonna happen. But a man can dream. No, but I feel like if they just added stuff like that, like it would just improve making the main game more fun to play, and not just adding a new way to play the game. I don't know.
Bro,
This
they
is-
added
this
home
might be
run
a hot
contest.
take.
What more do you want?
Yeah, Dan.
Man, I just want to break the targets, man.
I'm going to look at my pinned
know-
tweet, and I'm just gonna say,
you know, Mustard, that is a good idea, but like, I don't know when it was, but when they revealed Home Run Contest, they said that it would probably be the last mode they would add.
Yeah,
into
I
the
know. I know.
They
A
lied to us.
man can dream, though. Okay. I think a mode might be like a new stretching it, but I feel like just improving what it does, what it lacks. Like I feel like maybe I could feel like they definitely add more functionality to the training room. Maybe just open that up a bit more. Make it so CPUs can actually DI out of combos. So you can so
Yeah,
you
good
won't get
training
all
mode.
of those dumb Twitter combos where like, guys, Ultimate is dead, it's broken.
Yo, my DK so sick.
No, but yeah, I
But
just
yeah.
like stuff like
Give me more
that. Just
Struggle stuff.
like improving stuff that it lacks. I feel like I would be personally more interested in stuff like that than just new characters. As
You're
cool
not-
as the new character is.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're not going to be interested in Ryu Hayabusa coming for Challenger Pack 7, followed
Ryu's
by
already-
Lloyd Irving? Don't give me that shit.
Ryu's
Don't
already in
give
the
me
game,
that
man.
shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm giving Mustard the Deep Thinker real quick. You
I
are
am a
a
deep
comedy
thinker.
guard.
I am a deep thinker.
You know,
I bet you said fucking Terry was Hatkin.
Is
What?
not?
here, let me give you some big brain things, character picks. See, it's obvious. I feel like Dante still has a pretty good chance, considering how they still haven't done a spirit event for him. Kind of like they kind of like how they did a spirit event for Resident Evil spirits, completely
I feel
eliminating
nothing but pain. I feel nothing but pain.
completely
I don't see Capcom having anything because I am mad at Capcom and they don't deserve it.
I think we're getting an Undertow character.
I think
No.
we're
yeah,
think
that
we're getting,
too.
the hit character Satan from the hit place called Hell. I think he's in the game.
Pichu is
I
already in. What are you
legitimately-
talking about?
It's
Well, and,
legitimately
like-
going to be Ryu Hayabusa.
We're getting an Undertow
He's
rep or
in it.
Deltarune.
I feel
No.
like there's gonna be a Capcom character, considering like how there's a good amount of Capcom games on the Switch and none of them have had spirit events. Maybe as time goes on, who knows? They
Alright,
will
so
have
here's
more
the thing.
spirit
Here's the
events.
thing. Furthermore, Min Min kind of just proved that spirits do not necessarily deconfirm per se.
I think spirit events.
Yeah, so
DLC
Leon's in. Leon's in, dude.
No, spirit events definitely deconfirm.
There's no proof.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no proof.
Maybe,
Leon is
but
not in. I'm sorry, man.
I think it considerably lessens their chances, but I'm not committing to no. You know, I'm not gonna just straight up say no.
Yeah,
Because here's the thing: the characters are constantly being added that break quote unquote rules for Smash inclusions, whether they're standards that are made up by the community or Sakurai just straight up going back on his word in the case of people like Ridley. So
Ridley sick.
we don't
it's okay.
really know what to expect. We really don't.
All we know.
The only thing that we do
Sakurai
know
is
is
alive.
that there's not going to be anything from something that's not a video game going to be in. That's like the
That's-
one thing
yeah.
I'm
What do you
very
mean
confident.
Goku's in?
Yeah,
you
Hero is
mean
in.
Goku can't be in Smash?
Hero is in.
Must
Anyways.
check your review on Titanfall 2 on Steam.
I am shutting Steam down right now. I am exiting Steam,
Well,
and I will not open it again until the point system has been taken down for harassment.
All right. Well,
There you go.
on the topic of Smash, I find it weird how there was like another reveal with Min Min. Because looking back at all the dates, I have a method of this. Like around E3 2015, we had Roy and Ryu announced. E3 2014, Palutena, Mii Fighters, and Pac-Man were announced. E3 2013, we had Mega Man, Wii Fit, Villager. 2018, everyone was here, Daisy and Ridley. And E3 2019 was Hero and Banjo. And then this year we just got Min Min.
What about
Like-
E3 2020? Where's
What
that?
are you? What? I
Yeah.
don't see the correlation.
You know,
No,
no,
I see the correlation.
It's just like
Yeah.
it's weird how we only got one reveal when like around this time we always have two or more reveals.
Well, bear in
Summer
mind,
is still
it's
strong.
been there's been COVID to worry about.
Yeah,
Can't
I
say
know.
that word on here.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're good.
sorry.
Great. Stream's getting
Well,
taken
now we're
down.
gonna get demonetized.
Coronavirus.
All of my mid rolls gone.
But yeah, I just think that's all that it really is. It's just that COVID has delayed things. We talked about this a bit last episode, but I'm not particularly surprised that it's only been one character, but I also don't think there's any other reason why other than it's just been
Yeah.
they have to adjust to working from home and
Yeah.
that's it.
I don't blame him.
Understandable.
And to an extent, it could be seen as extending the lifetime of the game.
That's true. Except
I
the
love
past
when
is ended up
games
being
slowly drip
2021.
feed content.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Only-
love it.
Just release a new character once a year.
Not even a character. Here's one song from the upcoming character. We're just gonna release it once every month.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's an announcement each year. So one year it's an announcement, the next year is the character, the next year is an announcement.
Bro, maybe they'll announce Gino in 2027 because it's number 7.
All right, so
2077.
what do you think is going to come out first,
7
Cyberpunk or
years
the rest
old.
of the Fighters Past?
No, in 2077.
At this point, I'm kind of leaning more towards Cyberpunk coming out first.
Before Gino.
Cyberpunk's coming out before Yandere
Yeah,
Simulators.
before the
finish.
rest of the fucking
Oh.
characters on the Fighter Pass.
Yo,
I mean-
Yandere Dev in Smash.
No,
No.
I'll quit the game.
I think it could happen.
No.
As if Smashers needed that kind of representation.
What? What?
Are you okay?
I'm just stopping
Heck, Nell,
work.
did you just like
You sound like a cartoon
your hand in
character
the
that just saw a
toaster?
really attractive girl walk by.
oh,
Are
a
your heart
wooga
eyes
wooga?
popping out of their sockets?
No, I felt like that was gonna lead into something about the Smash.
No, we're not
community
talking
right
about
now.
that.
You felt like that really
Yeah.
is something about Smash. It just sounded like you had a fucking stroke.
No, I was trying to stop it.
You.
Hey, that's. I mean, if you go on Twitter and look at Smash tweets, it's basically
That's
that.
all, folks.
Ooh, yeah. No,
I
that
don't-
was it.
I don't really. Yeah.
Yeah, Mustard. You gonna talk about feet again, or do you want to move to the next topic?
Good job.
I-
Instead
We
of
never
you didn't
actually
talk
really
about
talked
feet, Mustard.
about the topic that much.
Oh yeah,
honestly.
that's true.
Oh yeah, what we think or hope. So when we think or hope is next for Smash, we talk about this game or like Smash as a series.
I thought it was just in regards to
I thought it was
Ultimate.
just DLC.
This game, because I don't think
Yeah.
probably not gonna get another one for a while.
We're
love
definitely
how-
getting another one. Nintendo likes money.
I mean, yeah, we're getting another one. We're not gonna get one, I would say, for
I
at
don't-
least another 6 to 8 years.
I don't understand how people say, yeah, next Smash is it's like 5 years away. It's like, no.
No.
It's probably not coming out until like the end of the next console's lifetime.
Yeah.
Or
It'd
like
be cool if it
mid.
was like a port of just Ultimate, because no Smash game's gonna beat Ultimate again.
I don't want a port of a port of a port.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious. Where does Nintendo's where does the Switch lie in terms of the console generations? Because like they kind of like gone off the rails.
Fucked everything
Yeah,
up with the Wii U.
Yeah.
They do whatever they want now. They're not like going with the console.
they've
It's a
always done
Nintendo
that,
generation.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Because
worry
I'm-
too much
the
about
s-
it, honestly.
Switch
They
has
have
been
a
out for
dartboard
a
of
while now, and
3
not
years.
without really. Yeah, and there haven't been like any like major revisions besides like
Really
the
been 3
battery life.
years?
Has
I
it
don't
really? Wow.
think there really needs to be just to maintain some semblance of a generation of consoles. I think it's. A
I'm
little
just
silly.
curious what's next for this. This might be a bit off topic. I'm curious
It's
what's next for the
extremely
Switch.
off
The
topic,
Switch 2.
Yeah.
but we
Switch
can get to
2.
that. We can get to that another time.
Switch
Let's
U.
try and answer this topic.
Fair
Alright.
enough.
You guys want to like go down the list and see who you guys want for Smash?
Yeah.
All right, Raph, you go first. Not this again.
God damn it.
All right, so I'll
Raph,
go
you
ahead
there?
and step in.
Dang.
So yeah, I don't think that there's any real way to predict any character. I don't care what sort of
Yeah.
conspiracy theories you pull out of your ass. I don't think there's any real way to predict who's going to be coming in. I really don't. I can talk about who I want, and I will talk about who I want. But for anyone out there that's listening and thinks they have any clue of who's getting in, I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't. So please stop posting on Twitter about it that you think you know. You don't.
It's Bandit Entity, I promise.
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
I have a
Of
course it
conspiracy
is.
theory.
Mustard told me.
But yeah, as far as who I want to get into Smash, I will just go ahead and say that it's Dante and Doom Guy. Those are the only characters that I can say that I want. I don't really think that either of them would get in. I think between the two of them, Dante does have the better shot. I think they both do deserve
on
to
the
get in
Switch.
because they are both from influential series.
They're on the Switch.
And they would both
But
be
that doesn't
extremely fun to
mean
play
much.
as. Doom, I don't think, because Doom is already, id Software has already talked about how they've brought it up with Nintendo and they never really got back to him, and I think that might just be a way to deflect speculation. But I remember Kamiya, Hideki Kamiya, who was the creator of Bayonetta, was pretty aggressive towards people asking him about Bayonetta in Smash before she was confirmed. I don't know if he ever outright said she wasn't getting in, but I do think that he's not completely off the table just because the guys from id said that.
I think he did say that she wasn't in, or that it was something along the lines of that made people think that she would be in.
Yeah, like, I remember him getting really pissed at people and calling Smash fans insects a lot. That's what I remember the most.
He's literally not wrong.
Is
He's
he
not
wrong?
wrong.
Yeah, like I don't think he's wrong.
No, not at all. But yeah, I do think that if he was in, it'd be a lot of fun. They would need to tone down his aesthetic a lot, and that would kind of suck. They'd have to take out things like the hell imagery, and naturally there's not going to be any blood or
Yeah.
gore. But
I don't see how
So-
I don't see how they're gonna do it
Just
well.
put him on Mars.
I mean,
Like if Doom Guy's gonna be in, like he's just gonna be a shell of what he is.
I don't
and
think
I
he's
just-
going to
I
be a
mean-
complete and total shell. He's in Quake Champions, and that game is not very heavy with blood and gore. You can keep, and he feels like Doom Guy in that too. So you can keep the aggression and the brutality to an extent. There's just not going to be much blood and gore.
Remember when Luigi died in that Simon reveal?
That was great.
He's just a
Like how
kid's
he
game.
got cut open and that like the weird rainbow juice came out. Just have every Smash character believe that.
Yeah, like the Mario and Mega Man and the Ridley trailer.
Yeah, they all got murdered.
They all got murdered, so it's totally fine. It's totally fine. I think at the very least, Doom Guy should make it in as a spirit, if only because he
I
basically
think he should be a spirit. Yeah.
laid down the groundwork for shooters as a whole. Doom is that influential of a series, and I would be shocked if he didn't at least get a spirit event. Especially if Bethesda has such a good relationship. If Doom Guy can't make it in, I'd be okay with Master Chief. I think he's slower and floatier than Doom Guy is, and just in that regard, I don't think he'd be as fun to play as. But they'd be able to fit him in a lot easier, and I'm willing to make those compromises because Chief is still cool, and
Chief wouldn't be
I'd be
funny.
happy
Chief would
seeing
be
him in.
Fucking
yeah,
heavy
keep
as hell.
it cool.
Yeah.
Also,
I don't want Chief
Ma-
because Enya
Halo
would be
3.
happy. Continue, Raph. I'm sorry.
yeah, that's true. Like one character I do want, and you can probably tell by my profile, is Neku, because like
Deku?
Neku.
Anime
Neku.
and Smash.
Neku from The World Ends
Neku.
With You.
Yeah,
Deku
my profile.
from My Hero Academia.
Yo, is he
No.
in?
No, he'll never be in. If any anime character would get in, it would be Goku. You know
Let's
it.
go.
Go. Let's go.
Well, anyways, like,
Goko?
well, anyways, so like, for me, like the first time I played like The World Ends With You was probably when like, I don't know, I was like in 5th grade, 4th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometime then when I had an R4, and like the story for The World Ends With You is so great. The music is amazing. I really like the music. It's so like diverse, and that's like a theme of the game. Just being diverse, being you, opening up your world to new experiences, new places, new people in general.
So why do you
And,
think he
like-
should be in Smash?
Because he hasn't been a spirit yet, and if he got
No,
in
that's
Smash,
a fair argument.
it would be a perfect time to talk about The World Ends With You too, because like the ending of The World Ends With You on the Switch was like
Oh, hey,
add a
spoilers. Let's.
no,
I
it's
can't
just
believe Neku files his taxes
I
at the end of the
can't
game.
believe it either. No
Well,
wonder you
anyway.
want him in Smash so much. You want him to beat up Yoshi.
Please kill Yoshi.
Everyone
Well,
wants
anyways,
to beat up Yoshi.
basic.
Yoshi's
Well, like
gross.
the last time a Square character got into Smash, what happened? They also revealed a game for said character.
Did they?
Yeah,
They
Dragon-
announced the Switch
Dragon
edition
Quest
of Dragon
11.
Quest 11
I
alongside.
thought that was
it.
announced before.
Yeah, that was announced before.
The game was
Yeah.
out before, not the Switch port.
No, the
Yeah.
Switch part wasn't it announced before that?
Yeah, wasn't
I'm
it?
like fairly sure it was
Well,
announced.
still-
I'm very
Well,
sure
still, they
it
revealed-
was.
I can't
Well,
remember.
still, it was a new game for a new character that was coming out, and it was also a spoiler character. So yeah.
Hey, that's
Plus-
fair.
Plus,
Looking forward to
World
that new
Ends-
banjo game, right, guys?
No.
plus the World Ends With You
I'm looking
on the
forward to that
Switch.
new
I mean,
Fire
music in
Emblem
Smash.
Genesis game.
Fire Emblem
Yeah.
Three Houses was actually really good.
It was good. I wish it looked better, but it was really
Yeah.
fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Did anyone get the DLC
no,
for Three Houses?
no, I'm not going to.
Only final DLC I bought is Violet.
Bro, who do you want for Smash? Like legitimately.
Oprah?
Oprah, yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Who do I legitimately want for Smash?
Yeah.
Like my top 5: Travis Touchdown,
Ooh.
Bloodborne, any hunter from Bloodborne, please, for the love of God, Voodoo Vince as a fucking hero. Leon or Jill from Resident Evil, and then Ryu Hayabusa or Lloyd. They're both in the same boat for me.
Gotcha.
Lloyd from
Very
Tales of
epic.
Symphonia.
Lloyd from Teen Titans.
Lego Ninjago.
And I legitimately think Lloyd has a very good shot. Same way for Ryu, but Ryu is kind of based on nothing. Lloyd is like one of the last surviving Bandai costumes that
Yeah,
still isn't in.
yeah. Hey,
He's
Hachi
dropping
just
with
got
Rayman.
confirmed with
Yeah,
well,
hey,
the costume. Just got in with
F in
Min
the
Min.
chat for Heihachi.
Alright, well, my most wanted are like Bandana. I like the goofy characters more than like gritty realism. There's
Yeah.
like Bandana D, Ratchet and Clank,
Mhm.
Crash.
I'd put
And,
it on your list.
Kind of a weird pick for me, but I kind of wanted what are their names? Misako and Kyoko from River City Girls.
Oh,
Oh, those would be cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I started thinking about it after WayForward said a new game was coming or something was coming about that. Like,
Yeah.
I want them to Smash. And
yeah.
we already have spirits from the series in Smash, so I think it could happen.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
If they're just like same character with like two different skins.
Yeah.
Because they play like the same, don't they, in their
They
game?
do, yeah.
Sorta. Kyoko dabs.
Okay, so she's not allowed in.
Not allowed.
Not happening.
Barred from entry.
F.
Well, anyway, fellas, I think we should move on to our last topic of the day.
Yeah.
Monster, you didn't talk about your wants.
Yeah.
I mean, you did it with the stage or update stuff.
Yeah, you talked about that.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't I don't really care when it comes to characters. Like, I don't really have picks. I just kind of just get excited for the ones that are coming and not
Yeah.
the ones that maybe will come.
Yeah.
So
Like,
yeah,
I'm the same way. I'm not holding out a whole lot of hope for my two wants because I think that will just inevitably lead to disappointment on my part. I'm more so looking forward to the characters themselves that are coming and whether or not I'll be able to get into their franchises. Because that's another big pull of new characters for me is being able to have the opportunity, well, not have the opportunity, but be motivated to try new games. And Smash is a big motivator for me to trying new franchises.
True. Yep, same here. But yeah, I just didn't think it was interesting enough to really mention much. But yeah, I think we should move on to the last one now.
Right.
Mm,
If any
So-
game should get Game of the Year,
What would it be?
Doom Eternal. It's the only one I see right now that actually is worth it.
I can really see that too.
Yeah.
Final
I don't
Fantasy VII.
I don't think remakes should get it.
They don't
Well,
Resident Evil
here's the
win one?
thing.
Or it was nominated.
RE3's definitely. Well, yeah, I know. RE, I didn't want RE2 to win. It would have been cool, but like RE3 shouldn't be nominated.
But
yeah,
did
it was
less people like it than RE2?
Yeah,
No, I'm saying it shouldn't be. Less
Yeah.
people liked it, but it's extremely short. It's a good game. I really enjoy it, but it's just like it shouldn't be nominated.
Yeah, like
It's
I
going
can
to be.
confidently say that between Doom Eternal and Final Fantasy VII Remake, like those are literally two of my all-time favorite games now, and they both came out this year, so it's a very hard pick between the two of them. I think ultimately I probably will say that I end up preferring Final Fantasy VII Remake, if only because it got to me on an emotional level. But both games are thoroughly enjoyable, and both of them are top picks for Game of the Year.
Yeah, I can also see Final Fantasy Remake getting it
Mhm, yeah.
too.
Yeah, no, I can see it getting it. I don't think remakes should win. If they do, it's not a big deal.
I
I
mean,
think Animal Crossing is probably going to get nominated as well.
I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
yeah.
Final Fantasy VII
Yep.
Remake, though, and this has been super controversial, is not it's not just a straight up remake. Though.
I know it's not like
Yeah, it's so much
It's like-
more. I think
Yeah.
it's still
There's so much
Yeah.
more that is
I
an
think it's
expansion
viable.
of it,
Yeah, I know.
and there's so much that deviates from the original that the term remake is more or less kind of a marketing thing than it is an actual remake.
Isn't it like the only first 4 hours of the original game in that game?
And it's expanded to a 30-hour RPG. There is
It's
a
like,
lot
yeah.
that's changed from it. I understand the notion that remakes and remasters shouldn't be nominated generally, but I think in the case of Final Fantasy VII Remake, there is enough of a change and moderation that it deserves the recommendation.
Hmm.
I'm honestly
Like-
pretty torn between the two. I've never played
Final-
Final Fantasy Remake, but I know that so many people just like revere that game. I don't know.
It's ridiculously good. It does have some padding issues, but other than that, it's just incredible.
Yeah.
You know, one game I feel like should be allowed to be nominated is Xenoblade Chronicles, the first one, because the Game Awards never came out when that game first came out. So giving it
That's-
a chance.
That opens the door to a lot of games.
Yeah,
This is game of the year.
No, he's talking about
That- that
the
wa-
remake came
he's
out.
talking about the
Yeah, the
remaster,
remake.
but
Oh, the
original
remake.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, the
fine.
remake
yeah,
came out.
yeah.
But when the
That's-
game originally came out, the Game Awards weren't a thing. So
I
should be
don't
a-
think they're gonna do 2 RPGs.
I
for
doubt
Game
it
of the
too.
Year.
Yeah,
It's
and-
it's a fair point, but I don't think they're. I don't know.
It's if Xenoblade's up there, Final Fantasy definitely won't be. That's
And I don't think Xenoblade's going to get up there, mostly because
No.
it's
Yeah.
more niche than Final Fantasy, but that is also more so along the lines of a remaster than anything. So, like, Final Fantasy VII remake is fundamentally changed from the ground up from the original. Xenoblade Chronicles is just a straight up remaster. And that's about
no,
it.
but the thing is, the reason I feel like Xenoblade should be nominated, because like I literally just said this, because like the Game Awards first started in 2014, Xenoblade came out in 2010, so
Well, I mean,
To
the
be
Game
fair,
Awards-
Final Fantasy VII came out much earlier, and the Game Awards
Yeah.
weren't around then.
Yeah,
So
and
Yeah.
the Game Awards
That's
have
true.
not been the only media outlet
Award.
for games that do Game of the Year awards. Like, Game of the Year
Yeah.
has been the thing
Mhm.
for a long time. It didn't just start when the Game Awards started doing
Yeah.
their thing.
yeah, I see your point, Raph. I don't see it happening though.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
I'm being realistic, I don't.
I'm not
I
trying
think
to put
they're
the
just
game
gonna-
down or
Yeah,
anything,
me
but
neither.
in this regard, I just don't see it happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But who,
qualify.
you know what else?
Cyber, it's
but
not
you know-
coming out this year, so why would
Yeah.
it qualify?
Oh, it's coming out this year. It's coming out
Nah.
November 19th.
No, it's
Allegedly.
not.
No, it's not.
You know
No,
what?
it's not.
You know what
No,
game
it's
will win Game of the Year though?
Smash Ultimate.
No, Deadly Premonition 2, baby.
Oh, baby, buttery smooth.
You guys ready for The Last of Us 2 to win Game of the Year?
I
Oh,
need,
yeah,
I,
that's
I need to
definitely
watch the
Oh.
clips for that. I've heard great things about it.
It's like
It
so
was
bad
winning.
it's good.
It has
That's-
an
that's-
ironic following. Like, it's basically the Room of video games, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one's pretty whack. In a very good way.
What is it on Xbox 360, PS3, Wii kind of stuff, or?
It's on Switch. It got ported to Switch, the first one.
Is it
Oh.
on Steam?
The first one should be on Steam, I believe.
Oh,
It
okay.
is on Steam, yeah. Man, I should have gotten that during
But
the
be
sale.
prepared.
Second one, I think is it just on Switch?
I'm not sure, but
It might
it's
be.
like
I know it's not on
I
Oh,
think
you
Steam.
seen it out on Switch?
It just came out. I think it's a Switch exclusive.
It might be.
Oh, when is the Game Awards?
It's usually
December.
in December, but we don't know about it
December?
this year.
Yeah.
Was it canceled yet?
No, not that I know of.
No, I think it's
Yeah.
too far away to be canceled.
If it is canceled, Jeff's probably just gonna do what they've been doing for the summer thing,
Games thing, yeah.
which I'm fine with.
Yep.
Can't wait for
That
Joker
is-
reveal at the Game Awards.
I'm looking at the cover for
Yeah.
the first Deadly Premonition. It is not what I expected it to look like.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. Well, is anything else? I think
Any
we
other
covered it.
contenders for Game of the Year that you've played this year? Or at least your favorite game this year?
My favorite game that came out this year is probably Animal Crossing. I had a lot of fun with that.
Personally,
But then again, I haven't played a lot of new games.
yeah, I'd say like it just flat new games that have come out this year that I've played. I'd probably Doom Eternal, but I haven't played that many games that have come out this year.
I've just been doing my backlog this year.
Yeah, this has been backlog central.
Yeah.
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 So I haven't really played a whole lot of new games.
My favorite game this year has been RE3, hands down, and then probably the Mystery Dungeon remake.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunate Spaceman is up there for me this year too.
Yeah, it's also up there. That was
For game of the
For me-
year?
not
It's
for
up
Game of
there
the Year.
for me. It's like
for-
one of my favorite games that I've played that's come out this year. Not,
Yeah.
it's not
For
better
me,
than Final Fantasy VII Remake or Doom Eternal, but I did really, really enjoy it.
For me, it's
Fair enough,
definitely Persona 5 Royal and Xenoblade.
All right.
Yeah, like
Yep.
they might be remakes and stuff, but Xenoblade I never played the first one, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. Like I've been like engaged by the story, and I want to keep on playing, but I'm too low level, so now I have to do side quests.
I love grinding.
It's my favorite part of
I
any
mean,
video game.
Exactly.
I mean, it isn't grinding, more like I was just skipping through enemies, running away from them just to get through the story.
I
So
do
you
that
brought this on
Pokemon.
yourself.
It usually works out though.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I think
think
that
that
just,
just
about
covers
wraps
it.
it up, yeah.
yeah. All right.
Yep.
This has been the Birdwatch podcast. I hope you all enjoyed, and goodbye.
Goodbye,
Thank you
guys.
for listening.
So
Goodbye,
long.
everyone.
Goodbye.